in part 1, we have OBE based curriculum designing. In that, we have framed PEOs, that is program education objectives, program outcomes, and course outcomes. We have the course descriptor, we have OBE mapping, and we have the dynamic course plan. Previously, it was lesson plan. We have changed it to course plan right now, according to the Board of Studies suggestion. And we have part 2 where we have the OBE based assessments. We have the direct assessment, and in part 3 we have OBE attainment calculations. All this we are doing actually right now. The attainment calculation, we have the direct assessment, which consists of the continuous internal assessment.
We may take into consideration, we can record it. Maybe in course of time we change it immediately. But again, we are going to the same schools. Again, the schools follow the same curriculum, post-scholastic, scholastic. That process in the schools. Maybe in course of time when they evolve with new framework,
we may have to change also.
We may also change accordingly. It asks us to integrate. There should not be much.
They should
not
separate. It is a new guidelines.
Okay.
We all know that the teaching profession is a noble profession. John Dewey says, if we teach today's students like yesterday's, we rob them of tomorrow. The research committee of Stella Matutina have planned to conduct a series of panel discussion in educational research and statistics, which is the need of the hour. I am pleased to offer my warmest congratulations to the staff for initiating such an endeavor. It is indeed with great pleasure that we introduce to the academic community Maiden Panel Discussion Series 1 on Educational Research and Statistics. This is an unique event where the resource person and the research scholars will get together for the panel discussion. You will find a treasure trove of information about our contribution and illuminating the facts about the educational research and statistics. Our goal is to provide research scholars and students with the most comprehensive and accurate information on the issues of educational research and statistics. It is only in this way that we can keep up to date with the ever-changing needs of the researchers.
So what is meant by open access and what are the expectations of this new generation? And there are several tools are there for conducting our research. So this is called as a digital tools for research, tools for review of literature and searching for literature. And what are the famous database for research articles? This is some dissertation databases, free statistical tools. As education, you are all from the education environment, you should know what are all the free statistical softwares are available apart from SPSS like commercial tools. There are n number of social statistical packages are available.
Are we really doing research to contribute to the existing theories? To come out with the new theories? Or something new? Here we have the panelists. They need no introduction. We have Dr. Usha, retired professor from Calicut University, Dr. Maria, retired professor from Nirmala College, Coimbatore, and Dr. Thiagu from Central University of Kerala, who will share their ideas to about 10 to 15 minutes on aims and objectives, variables and hypotheses. It is the continuation of the panel discussion series 1, where we have discussed on the identification of the problem, research questions, and review of related literature. In the panel discussion series 2, the participants can raise questions in the topics of aims and objectives, variables, and hypotheses.
It's a great privilege to be in this platform, sharing our expertise as well, the ideas for the future. At the outset, first of all, I would like to congratulate Stella Matutina College of Education for this wonderful platform to share the views of the experts, collecting all people under one platform relating to EduLead 2020. So I congratulate the organizers, I congratulate the principal, and we salute for this particular event of panel discussion being the first one to go ahead with in the educational sectors, to my knowledge.
I'm talking in the area of education for economic uplift. My argument is following a list of arguments. I'm going to make it introduction and then education and economy. And higher education, how it influences the economic uplift, and status of higher education in India, and then concluding what next for that. The other issue when we are looking into the innovation aspect, the low spending of R&D affects India very badly. So it leads to the very less number of researchers that has an impact on the innovation and non-tangible assets area. So India have only 156 people per million research per million population, 156 researchers, whereas the upper middle income countries and the other developed countries have 1,000 plus to 8,000 plus researcher per 1 million. This as the GDP of any country or developed countries and the GDP, when we are comparing the research number of researchers and the country's GDP, if you have a strong positive correlation. So we need to invest more on R&D, and we need to invest on higher education to get the more number of researchers will have a positive impact on our economic growth.
We find that with all these developments, particularly you have rapid growth of technology, better standards of living, but crime rate is really increasing. And what are the types of crimes that we have today? It is abuse of children, women. And today, with increase in knowledge, increase in technology, there is huge money laundering happening. And cyber crimes, so many, I'm not even sure what they are and how many there are. So all these are not by the poor or the weaker section. Many of the crimes are committed by the highly educated. Quality of life and sensitivity of life exists only inside the heart and mind of individuals, particularly the caregivers of society, that is parents and teachers. So today's education has a lot of knowledge imparting, sometimes very sound, sometimes not too sound. It has more than its share of technology, but what is essential for life, for a society building, is not there. So it's not just the society to blame. I think we have to also introspect ourselves as an educator to find out, have we changed in our role as teachers? Are our institution, concentrating on giving only knowledge, or are they also giving ethics, values, and morals as part of education? I think this is sadly lacking in our society.
How a teacher has to face the changes, and how are we going to balance between skills, knowledge, and character? Can you give some suggestions?
Yeah. So skills, knowledge, and character. Yes. all this should become part of the teacher, first of all. So teacher is not just a person who gives knowledge only. And most of the time, many of the teachers think that actually. Our aim is to give knowledge. It is not transfer of knowledge from the head of the teacher to the head of the student. It's very clearly said. That is not knowledge actually. And that is what we think we should do. So it is much more than that. It is much more. Much more than that means it is our own character. Students actually learn more from looking at the teacher, the way they dress, the way they walk, the way they behave. Their character speaks much more than their words. And therefore, life speaks louder than words. And for every teacher, if only they're able to imbibe this and say, I am not a teacher only for teaching a particular subject. I am radiating my own self. I'm giving my own self. And that if that is clear, I think education will become very, very powerful instrument.
Okay. Coming to education, we have the methodology. That is how we are talking about the pedagogical strategies and methodological strategies like algorithms and heuristic methods. See, pedagogy consists of teaching and learning, and the philosophers have given a number of methods. Say, for example, we talk about Maria Montessori's sensory method. You talk about John Dewey's project method. You talk about Froebel's kindergarten method. It was like that. So we try to get into education with the pedagogical strategies. And pedagogical strategies are many. I have given only open discussion here. These open discussion has evolved by Socrates, who has been talking about the dialogue method.
Okay, how many of you are able to concentrate?
I'm able to, madam.
We are able to. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Can, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Then I'll go. Ma'am. Thank you all. Yeah. Okay, this is the session will be on both left brain and the right brain usage. Initial exercises will be on the right brain. You have to count the squares, but you cannot count it as it on a whole. You have to count from the left. Count the number of squares in the figure from the left, and give me the figure. How many squares you are able to see?
Program. Yes. During that program, you can announce, and that will go into your college magazine. In the report it will be. So, principal's report goes in the college magazine. College magazine gets posted on the website. Yes. These are all evidences. And there's one more thing I was wanting to tell you. Suppose you don't have some evidence of something that has happened, but you have some intimation, like you had the program done. You may have the invitation, or you may have some report during that time. Based on that, you can write the report on principal science and uploads the information.
So alumni, they have given list of current office bearers, one, and alumni association activities for the last 2 years. Maybe we can have for 5 years in between COVID pandemic, we can say, so that we had some online programs that we can bring them. They have given top 10 alumni. Maybe all these people can be lifted and put it on the website also, because we have, of course, they have included up to Eugene Rosita 2014. Okay. So we have a little bit of list here. Dr. Palmisamy, whether he is retired or he is retired, I don't know. You might know, I think so.
Faculty should each take 2 persons to develop e-content. So like this, you can make this e-content.
They ask for e-content group also. Can that be?
That is going to be LCA. That's called lecture caption system. So there is a room. Along with there is a editing room also. Then you can keep your own system with editing software. That you can in the same room. I think that room is very small. Is there?